Alright, did my little bonjour. This thing I came up with, it was just basically a fancy pump pocket. I kind of came up with this probably 5 years ago at least, maybe 6 to 7. All becomes a blur after a while with everything I do in Nepal. So basically, it was just very simple. Just a very easy pump pocket. Basically, it was a pump pocket that I'm like, yeah, let's make it a little fancier. So I put like a little card holder and some Sharpie buckets around the outside. And then put like a little extra sleeve back here to throw some Sharpie markers. So it was kind of like something you could just put on a belt, wear that around. One of the new things, I did get some more of these in this year for the conventions. A few of the details that I did, I actually rounded out the sides a little bit so they weren't sharp and pokey, which initially I had, and then on the last production run, they squared them off, and then it was a little bit pokey there. I did put the straps back on the back. So this is a really good thing. So you got your snaps and you got your little straps. Now what that does is that allows you to put it on a belt, but also feed it through the tactical webbing and then snap it down. So that is on there securely and that's not going to come off. Well, this year when I was in Nepal, I'm like going, you know what? It'd be really kind of cool if these would hold 260s. So I'm like, let's just drop the bottom, add another row of pockets. So that's what I did. And then that became the Bonjour Extended. And this is an amazing product just on of its own. So it works great. It's beautiful. It's great for simple walk around stuff. If you're just doing some simple balloons walk around, this will go on a belt. So you do have your tactical striping and you do have your hooks and your snaps. Once you lace that through and snap that on, that's not going anywhere. I did add another little thing here in case you wanted to like put it on a filbert pump or another balloon pump. That way when it's attached, you can actually attach this to the base of the pump. And that means it won't be just hanging loose. You'll actually have it secure. So that's a nice feature to that. So that was an upgrade. So we did this. I actually initially tried it and then just went with the tactical. And then I'm like, let's do this again because I really like the snaps on there. One of the things we did add is we actually added some loops and some basically some elastic loops and a pocket in the back for Sharpie markers. Now on the elastic loops, I left those kind of big. So they're not just for one Sharpie marker. They can actually be for a few Sharpie markers, or if you have one of the paint markers, I think they're called the Eddie markers, or the, this one actually, my thing broke off of it. So you can put the double Sharpie in there. My little tab thing broke off, so it does slide down. But there is a pocket there, so it will not slide down to the bottom of the bag. But if you have the little clip there, they will actually clip onto the elastic band. So you do have 6 pockets around. You have 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and you can put all your little balloons in there. And like I said, it's just a great walk-around kind of bag. So on these, I have them in pink. I got it in the pink color. I've got it in a really nice shiny lime green color, red, and I got a lot of black. So I figured let's just do black. So those are the colors. I actually wanted to get, and I will do this next year, I wanted to get some that were multicolored. So let's say red and green for the holidays, for the Christmas season, maybe a black and orange. And I was actually thinking candy corn. So I was going to like go orange, white, and black, or orange, white, and yellow on that for that. And then we can do, so these can be mixed and matched. I know a few people work for some professional sporting teams, so we can kind of color coordinate according to the team colors. So that could be an option as well for some special orders. As long as you let me know ahead of time before we start the production, I can pound them out in any color. So these are rounded off. There is some foam padding in there, so they're not hard, but they do hold their shape. And that is the new Bonjour Extended. And then this year, had an idea. I kind of wanted to do an extra row of pockets. So I was kind of like talking to my guys in Nepal, and something got lost in communication. So instead of getting an extra row of pockets, I got an extra column of pockets. So this is actually what I'm calling the Bonjour Monster. It's a big Bonjour. So it's a little bit wider than this one, a little bit wider than that one, and it does hold quite a bit more of the 260s. Couple little technical issues that I wasn't happy with when I first looked at it. After I got the bag filled, it's not a big a deal as I thought it was. The problem is there's some net pockets, which I really like on the top. So it's got the top row of net pockets. There is 4 across rather than 3. Hence, there were supposed to be 3 across, or maybe 4 across, but then an extra row as well. But didn't get that. So lost in communication. So the net pockets are pretty deep. They kind of go down to here. So balloons can get down in there where it's going to be hard to get out. But for the most part, as long as the pressure's kind of in there, as there's 260s in there, it stays fine. So this one was going to be a little bit nicer, a little bit bigger Bonjour. It is. It does work. It works fairly well. So, but there are some design issues that I wasn't happy with. And, of course, it got lost in communications. So basically, I'm just going to kind of price these out for the same price as the Bonjour. So you can get the Bonjour Extended, or you can get the Bonjour Monster. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I was holding that in for a while. Thank you. Fighting a cold here. All right, guys. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. See you in January.